Alice has been using the Crypto Club website for some time, but she has just learned about the additive cipher and wants to see how the additive cipher tool works. Here we see she is already logged into the site and has navigated to the Additive Tool opening page. On this page, she can choose to either encrypt or decrypt. She wants to try encrypting, but first she needs a message. She could either type or paste a message of her choice into this text box, or choose a sample plaintext message by clicking here. She could choose a sample ciphertext if she wanted to decrypt, but she's here to encrypt now, so she'll click on Sample Plaintext. A plaintext message will read just like English, like this one. It's good to use numbers in cryptography because you can encrypt and decrypt with arithmetic. This message is itself a hint that we will be using arithmetic, in fact modular arithmetic, to encrypt the message into numbers. Before we see how that works, notice that a key has been assigned. In fact, Alice can change the key by entering another number here, but she chooses to stick with the default value. Ready to go? Alice clicks Encrypt. On the next page, Alice sees lots of things to help in her work. A letter to number table. This is how we can think of each letter as a number. A is 0, B is 1, and so on down to Z is 25. The Mod 26 spiral shows us how numbers larger than 26 may be reduced to a number less than 26 so as to correspond to a letter. For example, 30 wraps around to 4, and so we say it corresponds to E by looking at the letter to number table. There is also this Encrypt scratch pad. We will see how Alice uses it in a minute. And of course, there's the text box that contains both the plain text letters and places for cipher numbers as Alice figures out what they are. Now this is an additive cipher, and Alice can find out how to encrypt by clicking on About this cipher. She reads, to encrypt with the additive cipher, first change your message to numbers, then add the key and reduce Mod 26. Alice thinks, that's like what I learned in class. I bet I can use the scratch pad to go through these steps. Alice starts by choosing a letter in the message to encrypt. Might as well start at the beginning with the letter I. Using the scratch pad, she enters I into the top box. Using the table, she sees that I changes to the number 8, so she enters 8 in the next box. Add the encryption key is the next instruction. Alice thinks, 20 is the encryption key, so I'll add 20 to 8. That's easy. 8 plus 20 is 28. She enters 28 in the next box. Finally, Alice needs to reduce Mod 26. She thinks, 28 is larger than 25, but I see on the spiral that 28 wraps around to 2. 28 reduces to 2. She puts 2 in the next box. Now Alice clicks on Enter. And voila! We see that the number 8 appears under all of the I's in the text box. This computer is good for something. But back to work. Alice does T next. T goes into the first box. The letter for T is 19. Then add the encryption key of 20. 19 plus 20 is 39. And finally, reduce Mod 26. But 39 doesn't appear on the spiral. However, Alice remembers that another way to reduce is just to subtract 26. Alice computes. 39 minus 26 is 13, and enters 13 into the box. She hits Enter, and 13 appears under all of the T's. The computer allows no mistakes, so Alice can keep going, knowing that her work is correct. She can complete the whole message. There are at most 26 letters that she has to do. Or, as she gets confident with her modular arithmetic, she could compute some without using the pad, entering cipher numbers directly into the text box. For example, let's look at E. E converts to 4 by the table, and 4 plus 20 is 24. So Alice can just add 24 under E. And as before, the number 24 appears under all of the E's in the message. Finally, she can get the computer to finish up for her. Just click on Quick Answer. We see that at this point, Alice will get 3 times 2, or 6 points, for the 3 letters she has encrypted so far. She could get more points by encrypting more letters, but she is ready to go, so she hits Reveal. The computer reveals the entire correct ciphertext for this message. Alice is ready to go on to the next thing. A good way to practice encrypting in any cipher is to submit a joke to the joke board. That's going to be Alice's next step. You may want to try it yourself.